Hi and welcome to the 2020 Infoodle Roadshow. My name is Aukje and I'm one of the founders of Infoodle. Sitting here next to me is Richard, who is also the founder of Infoodle and my husband, and also the brains behind Infoodle. Richard, can you tell me a little bit about how Infoodle started, why Infoodle?
Sure. So Infoodle has been a long time in its development. So it started back in 2009, and it was I was requested by our church, which is a reasonable sized church, to say we want to have a system to help organise this. And so I spent 18 months looking around for that system, and couldn't really hand on heart recommend any of these products. So after much debate and discussion, the church decided that yes, it was okay for them to be the first client, and I would start building a system for them. So it's kind of around at that point that I put together a bit of a brain dump, which is what this looks like. So this was actually done on the 29th of May 2011, and it's kind of started the whole ball rolling as far as the development process is concerned. So it got to 2012 and we launched it in February, and to about 40 clients, 40 organizations that were here in Tauranga, and it sort of started from there really as we got going. So fairly early on it became apparent that whilst the church needs were apparent and clear, it was something that was very obviously going to be required and useful to other people, other types of organizations. So charitable organisations, fundraising organisations, all these kind of things were all trying to do the similar things, but perhaps using different language to achieve them. And so through that process, we definitely didn't want to become a church management system, but we can do that really well. But we wanted to explore and to serve the wider community, non-profit community, as best we could. So we'll see why as we talk about it today. But yeah, so that's my kind of how I got involved. Having been a developer since day one, IT was my thing. So I wanted to move into the IT field or use my IT skills for the benefit of the not-profit community. So how about you?
Well, IT is definitely not my thing, as you know. If anything kind of goes wrong IT-wise around here, it's usually because I've been using it. So it's a bit of a joke, really. So my background is in catering. So how did I get involved? Well, at the time when you had stopped all of your contracting work, I had stopped my catering because I had injured my back. And so I was actually lying on my bed, and I realized one day that there was no funds, no finances coming into the house. And so we kind of needed to change that quite a bit. So I then thought, well, the only thing I can do from my bed is I can actually start calling churches, charities that I've got connections with, and seeing if this program is going to be suitable for them. So that's how we started, and that's how I got going with using Infoodle. But as you said before, that we have got a heart for charities. We actually have a background in working with the not-for-profit community, NGOs, mission organisations. So we've worked in various different countries. In actual fact, we met overseas because Richard is English, as you can probably tell. I'm a Dutch Kiwi, but we actually met in Amsterdam, and we were working with an organisation called Youth with a Mission, and we worked in Liberia and Armenia, Switzerland, a few of England and New Zealand, of course, as well. So we have that background. So we have that heart of wanting to serve other people, wanting to help other people, help organisations just streamline their processes, get away from the administration, because we discovered that a lot of people are passionate about their mission, their vision that they have, but may not always have enough time or be really keen on doing admin. So Infoodle really is a tool to help people carry out their vision and their mission.
Yep, absolutely. So what does Infoodle look like today? So Infoodle has been growing since those early days in 2012 to the point where we've now got 9 staff or thereabouts. Seems to be changing, new people coming on board. quite rapidly this year, which has been exciting. And so we're also active in many countries. The UK is quite a strong country for us as well. And so because of that, we're looking to expand the operation into the UK. We are quite a long way down that track already. So yeah, so it may already be launched by the time we talk about this more. But yeah, we'll be keeping obviously the UK people involved in that. But yeah, very much so. We're looking to provide and support those people all over the place. So what is Infoodle? As an oversight, Infoodle is, as you picked up, is a tool to be able to help the non-profit community. So it's helping them in practical ways in terms of managing their contacts, managing their community, and managing the administration side of things. So we use the term, and a lot of people refer to it as a CRM. So CRM stands for different things to different people. But effectively, C stands for the customer or the contact or the congregation or the community or the client, or yeah, there's all sorts of variations. But effectively, it's the people that are connected to you as your organization. So we want to be able to record those people and understand who they are. So the relationship side is the R. So relationship is, why are they connected to you? What is their relationship to you as an organization? Are they simply a volunteer? Are they a staff person? Are they a donor? Are they just somebody who wants to receive your newsletter? So all of the people that you have different types of contacts with have a different type of relationship, and you need to be able to understand what that relationship is so that you can better communicate with them, better care for them, better understand them, better understand your organization. And the M part of it is management. So management is managing all of those people. So we think about things like rosters, we think about communication that helps manage your people, certainly in terms of receiving or gift aid. There's all these management parts to be able to help your community operate more effectively. So that's really what CRM is, at a very high level. We'll be looking at that more throughout some of these other sessions, but at a very high level, that's what Infoodle looks like.
But it's a little bit more than just a CRM, because it is also a communications tool. There's also an event management tool. It's also a donor management tool. It's also a document management tool. So it's a lot of those things. You know, it gives you the big picture of your whole organization, of being able to manage everybody and all aspects of your organization through Infoodle.
Yep. So we're trying to make it, we are making it into a package that will suit lots of different types of organizations. So your language may be slightly different from another organization's language in terms of how you refer to things, like, you know, notes, for instance. Some people will record to them as a pastoral care note. Some people will record them as an interaction. Some people record them as a client note or a customer note. So, you know, a sales note or whatever. So it's just different types of notes that are all doing the same thing. They're all recording a long piece of interaction that has gone on between your organization and that person. But it's a language that's different. So when we talk about fundraising, we talk about donations, we talk about tithes, we talk about fundraising activities. So it's the same function, it's using different language.
So Infoodle is a cloud-based system. So that means it's access from anywhere. Anybody has got access from any location, whether that be your home, the office, or out on the road. It also means that you've got access to all of the data, and you've got access all to the same data. So there's no more spreadsheets, you know, no more I can't get access because it's at the office. You know, with COVID and the changes that have happened, you know, you've now got access to all of your data in one place. Everyone has access to the same data. It's up to date, it's up to the minute, it's accurate data. You've also got, there's less time for manual entries, so therefore it's more accurate, because there's no, with all of the integrations, I should say, that we've got with Xero and the forms and the payment gateways, etc. All of that comes automatically into Infoodle, so therefore, you know, it's more accurate, because manual typing doesn't have to take place there and that. You know, for when we were in coming into lockdown here in New Zealand, it was right at the time when it was the end of year receipting. But because everything was able to carry on, everybody was still able to get out all of their end of year tax receipts so that all of the people could actually make their tax rebate claims. So that was really good. Nothing actually changed for most people. The other thing is that you can control the level of access that everybody has. Everybody has their own individual login. We have security in there for two-factor authentication, so it's secure, and different permissions are set as to what an individual can see and what they can't see, what they can do. So it's a secure system, also with secure sockets, and when you're entering all of the data, there's also different levels of privacy that you're putting in at the time that you're entering in that data as to who can see it, who can access that, who can view all of that particular data. It's also really customizable. So with all of the changes and everything else that have been happening over this last year, we've been able to go with that and continue to work. Everybody's been able to continue to work because we've been able to customize it, or you've been able to customize it and adapt to the situations as they've changed.
So that is part of the challenge that we have, is we're dealing with such a
diverse.
I was thinking the right word. Diverse group of people, diverse organisations who are trying to do lots of different types of things. The charity sector is such a diverse sector. Some people are doing medical related activities. Some people are doing food parcel related activities. Some people are fundraising. Fence post is the classic we keep talking about. And other people are looking after kiwis, kiwi birds, that is. We've even got one looking after hedgehogs. So there's all kinds of different types of organizations that are trying to do all kinds of types of different things within Infoodle. So making it customizable is an absolute key thing. But as part of that, what we're trying to do is create a centralized system that will enable you to do all of the management that you need in a holistic way, in a easy to use way as best we can, and help you through that process using the passion that we've got and the experience that we've got within the field, and learning from you as well, but bringing our IT skills and enthusiasm in that sector to be able to help you guys out.